He had a time in this game where he did not complete a pass for 10 straight passes. Let me repeat that. He had a time in this game where he had 10 straight incompletions against UTEP. So let's start off with Arch Manning. I want to get the full stats from today's game because there was a time in this game where he had 10 straight incompletions. 10. And when I pull up this box score, I want to go over this. Arch Manning is not a good quarterback. I'm out. I defended him. I said, hey, wait for him to develop. Let's see what happens. But I was also not on the side of this guy is the next Andrew Luck. And by the way, to the people who thought that, can you hold yourself accountable? Paul Feinbaum, you want to hold yourself accountable? Joel Klatt calling him the fourth best player in the country, not quarterback, not player in the SEC, fourth best player in the country. Putting him in the same conversation as guys like Jeremiah Smith, Caleb Downs. He put him over Garrett Nussmeier. That is wild. He put him over Ryan Williams. That's wild. 11 for 25, 114 yards, a touchdown and interception, and a QBR of 25.5. He had a time in this game where he did not complete a pass for 10 straight passes. Let me repeat that. He had a time in this game where he had 10 straight incompletions against UTEP. This is not some great team that they're playing. This is a 1-2 UTEP team that has no business competing with Texas. And he had 10 straight incompletions against that team. I'm out. I'm out on Arch Manning. He's not the answer at Texas. I'm lost for words for how disappointing he is. I mean, Texas, let's be honest. Let's look at their schedule. They're like, they have Florida to play. I'm not sure they beat Florida, even though I don't think Florida's that good. Do you think they're beating Florida? Because I don't think so. Oklahoma, they're not winning that game. Georgia, they're not winning that. Texas A&M, they're not winning that game. So they're 1-2 on the season. I think they lose to Oklahoma. I think they lose to Georgia, and they lose to Texas A&M. That's going to be 4 losses on the season. And I think they lose one of these games, whether it be to Florida, Kentucky, or Georgia. I think they lose one of those games. I mean, Texas, the University of Texas, they're going to lose 5 games this year, probably. That's utterly disappointing. And can we please do 2 things? One, apologize to Quinn Ewers, because Quinn Ewers was way better than what we saw from Arch Manning this year. And to the pundits who sat up there on ESPN and who continuously called for Quinn Ewers' job every week, when are they going to put Arch Manning in? Arch Manning's got to get in the game. They can win a national championship if they have Arch Manning in. Huh? Do you think they would have won a national championship with that guy? We see what he is now. Imagine what he was last year. You think they win a national championship with that guy? I can't believe that. I really can't believe that. I mean, like, maybe Steve Sarkisian saw something in practice last year that said, oh, this Arch Manning guy, yeah, there's no way in hell he's playing over Quinn Ewers. And by the way, he even said that last year. He's like, yeah, that's great. Arch can play as well as he plays. Quinn Ewers is the guy, because he saw it in practice. He has more information than all of these people on ESPN Dan Orlovsky and all these guys, the halftime at Georgia, oh, they got to make a Tua Tagovailoa change. They got to put Arch Manning in. Shut up. This guy was not ready to play. He is not an SEC quarterback. I mean, sorry. Well, I mean, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? He's not an SEC quarterback. 11 for 25, 114 yards. Wait, and here's the thing. He has SEC talent. Texas. This is a school that has some of the best talent acquisition in the country. You play for Texas and you're playing UTEP and you look as pedestrian as you do. And by the way, let's have a conversation that I don't think some Texas fans want to have. Because two things can be true. Steve Sarkisian has brought Texas back to relevance. But what's the deal? I mean, you had Quinn Ewers come into your program. He was a highly touted recruit. Now, I get it. He wasn't recruited to Texas. He went to the Ohio State University, and then he went and transferred to Texas. But what we saw from Quinn Ewers in college, he was a good college quarterback. But this guy was rated on the same level as Vince Young. And Quinn Ewers did not live up to his recruiting profile. And there were legitimate flaws with Quinn Ewers going into the NFL when you talk about his footwork, stuff that he was doing in the pocket, his mechanics. It's like if Steve Sarkisian is this quarterback whisperer, why is that the case with somebody that was as talented as Quinn Ewers, that he went into the NFL underdeveloped? And then not only that, you have somebody in Arch Manning who was looked at as the best quarterback coming out of the 2023 class, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, because 23-24 was his freshman year, 24-25 was his sophomore year. I got questions about Steve Sarkisian. That's all I'm saying. He brought the program back to relevance, but I have questions. And I think it's fair to have questions about Steve Sarkisian.